It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. One of the players we'll see tonight, Brandon Ingram, second overall pick in 16, has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant, but Kenny, he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, we knew it could take a while, but he's going in the right direction. I mean, he's a little undersized in terms of weight, but his ability...
It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
he's skinny.
Okay, he's a little skinny.
Thank you, Ernie. His shooting efficiency is a work in progress, but he has the length to impact all areas of the game.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
I don't like the word skinny.
Slender.
There he is.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Heat in this one. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. The Pelicans hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. And, of course, Anthony Davis. He's a big ticket to foul. They'll go without him, though.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than short.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. With physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Steve, compared to when you played, talk about elements of the game that are now easier for the players than, like I said, when you play.
I think you start on the floor, the game is less physical. There's no more handshaking. There's no more chucking. There's no more hard fouls when they're throwing you up against the stanchion. And then I think off the court, the travel. I started when we flew commercial, Kevin. Now every team is flying private. I think the travel is definitely easier for players.
Not only flew commercial, Smitty, but we used to fly in the first flight out every morning, like 6 a.m.
Yes.
flights after a game, after a night game.
I remember those days. The positive was you didn't practice a lot when you got to those cities.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Dragic and Richardson, their backcourt. Whiteside is out there with Adebayo, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And the dunk by Winslow.
Good anticipation and quick hands. Winslow right on top of that, igniting the fast break.
Payton with the ball, passes it to Okafor. Outside Holiday, and he converts the layup.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here's Richardson, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Excellent D there from Holiday.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in. Overall, a fantastic 2018 campaign for the Pelicans. 48 wins, made it to the conference semifinals as the 6th seed in the West. Not bad.
And Steve, the highlight of last season for the Pelicans, a surprise sweep of the Portland Trail Blazers.
You know, few picked the Pelicans to win that first-round matchup, but nobody picked them to sweep. A lot to like and to build off for this team coming off last season.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for Ingram.
Well, Goran Dragic was selected as an alternate for the All-Star game last season, but this Miami Heat team still lacks star power.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat are a playoff caliber team, but hard to see them really, Smitty, breaking through as presently constructed.
They have some quality young players, but make no mistake, they love to swing a trade for a franchise player.
To the paint, Whiteside, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Whiteside's got his first points of the night. Dragic against Payton. Pass to Randall. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. Randall no good. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Dragic with a wide open look. That one's not going to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, it was a rough night for them. A lack of focus, I felt like, led to way too many mistakes.
Also, they lost a turnover differential by a landslide, and their defense really didn't show up.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Richardson finds Whiteside. Back to Richardson. Goes back up. And Okafor with the block. Holiday against Richardson. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. And stolen by Richardson. And it's the Heat on the break. Pushing it up. Here's Dragic. Got a hand on it. And they get it back. Whiteside, good. Here's Payton. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Oklahoma City.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Now here's Randall. It's a 3-point game. Down low. It's tipped. Ingram against Winslow. He kicks it to Whiteside. Buries it down low. Whiteside's got 6.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Payton passes to Randall. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And that one, good. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Heat leading by 3. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Over Okafor. Whiteside, no good.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
To the paint. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Finished off the break.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now here's Payton. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Randall left side. Richardson against Holiday. The jump hook. No good off the back of the rim.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Pass to Payton. 8 feet away. And that one drops.
I like the setup there by Holiday, a true combo guard. He understands that his playmaking is key to helping this offense run well.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 28-point game against Memphis.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
New Orleans making some changes here. Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Elfrid Payton. And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Winslow. Wayne Wade's checked in for Richardson. And it's Waiters in for Goran Dragic.
Crafty ball handler coming off screens. Drew Holiday has the defense guessing. It guesses wrong.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And he makes that one.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Heat. Miami leading by 5. And Waiters kicks to Wade. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Olynyk finds Johnson. Heat moving the ball around. Waiters surveying the D. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Holiday. And oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Steve, in today's game, it's so important to have a high-level talent who can make contested shots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of those guys are LeBron James that make shots with guys hanging all over them. Kevin Durant because of his size. Kemba Walker, Damian Lillard. What I love right now is guys are comfortable to be able to shoot contested shots, not like we did back in the day. You would just move it and try to get a better shot.
Both good from the line that time.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
Now here's Wade. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. There's the pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And Holiday kicks to Randall. Hart the pass to Diallo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Jones following the score by New Orleans. And Jones with the stuff.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
He gets that one. Now it's a 5-point Miami lead.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Misses off the left iron.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Stolen by Waiters. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Moore against Wade. And here is Moore. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Randall with the bucket.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
And it's Wade with the ball for the Heat. 3-point lead. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Last season, the Heat, they were a 6th seed in the East. They had a first-round exit, fell to the Sixers in 5. Just didn't have enough firepower offensively.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Stanley Johnson comes in for Drew Holiday. Johnson with the bounce pass. Moore against Waiters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Buries it from three-point range. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, the Heat, by average margin of victory, actually had a better team in 2017 when they narrowly missed the playoffs.
The reason why they made a furious run down the stretch showed how good this team can be when they're firing on all cylinders.
Here's Moore. Off the inbound, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pelicans trail by 6. To the inside. Hart trying to get open is Miller. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
Now here's Wade. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Wade. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Johnson kicks to Miller. Here's Hart. No good with the triple. The Heat leading by 4. Jones looking for an opening. Passes to Olynyk. Waiters outside. Again, the miss by the Heat. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Grizzlies. And he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Wade. 1:16 left in the first. Johnson from outside, and the 3 ball is good. Johnson's got 6.
And when it comes to knocking down shots from the perimeter, for James Johnson, it's all about confidence.
Here's Hart. Olynyk is covering. Out to Miller. 3-pointer. Some solid defense from Johnson.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Jones, no one around him. Waiters outside. Jacks up a 3. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Dion Waiters.
There was a time that Dion Waiters would have jacked up that shot. Patience delivers the basketball on point.
Now here's Moore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Miller finds Moore. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Excellent D there from Waiters.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
They get the rebound. And here's the break. Here's Diallo. Powered down with both hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Wade. And count it from 19 feet away. And the Heat lead by 8.
The shot-making ability of D-Wade, even closely guarded, he gets it done.
And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
we understand our potential can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
On the floor for Miami, Richardson and Winslow out on the perimeter. Adebayo is out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the point. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Darius Miller. Here's Richardson. Kicks it to Winslow. 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Whiteside. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Now here's Winslow. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. Ingram passes to Diallo.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 21 points per game, 18 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instinct. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
And he makes the first. We know players love offensive play. We know fans love offensive play. But Smitty, do you think we should care more as fans and players about what players do on the defensive end?
I think so, Kevin, but I think it's the history of sports, especially our game in basketball, just the players that lead the league in scoring. They get all the credit and all the endorsements. Guys who play defense, we'll pick out 1 or 2, but we don't go overboard when we see guys that are defensively good. We don't talk enough about the defensive side and the impact these individuals have.
And fans appreciate good defense, don't they? Fans like good defense.
Yeah, they do, especially the fans that understand that you need defense to win championships.
Now here's Payton after the miss from Goran Dragic. Payton right side from 15 feet away, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Payton's got his second basket of the night. Miami leading by 4. Richardson kicks to Winslow. And there's the feed to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Payton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Julius Randle's checked in for Diallo. Second free throw, no good. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were 3rd in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. That's good from Richardson.
Josh Richardson, a great story for the Miami Heat. A diamond in the rough. Taken with the 40th pick in the 2015 draft, he's become a cornerstone.
Now here's Randall. He's got 6. Back to Peyton. Here's the 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami leading by 8. Smitty, with his impressive development, the Heat rewarded Richardson with a 4-year, $42 million contract in the summer of 2017.
A really good value for a full-time starter.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for New Orleans. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Ingram against Winslow. Pass to Randall. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Second shot opportunity. He can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his first points of the night. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Justice Winslow won a national title at Duke University. The 10th overall pick in 2015. He's a lockdown defender who can guard all 5 positions.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Miami.
And even when the deep 3 has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
And back in 2015, Winslow the top vote getter for being the steal of the draft, but offensive struggles have held him back somewhat.
Still gaining confidence in his outside shot. But what he can do, he can handle, he can pass, and he's a great cutter. They're still confident he can put it all together.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Miami leading by 8. Now here's Dragic. 20 points for him last game against Memphis.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Holiday kicks to Ingram. Pass to Okafor. And stolen by Whiteside. 4-on-3 break. There's Winslow. Sweet little floater. And it's a 12-point Miami lead.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Over in the corner, Randall. It's hauled in by the Heat. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Heat, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Goran Dragic.
2.
The Pelicans have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out as far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious, and he wasn't trying to be funny.
Finds himself wide open and drills it. Dragic has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Holiday against Richardson. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Holiday.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
And the Heat call time here.
Last season, Drew Holiday had a breakout year. The UCLA product had career highs in scoring and efficiency. A lot had to do with he played off the ball. He played a lot of two-guard.
New Orleans making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Hassan Whiteside on top.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's Adebayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. 11 feet away. No good from Dragic. And Smitty, as we were talking about Holiday spending more time at shooting guard lately.
But what I like, Kevin, he was still able to create for others effectively. The move allowed him to be much more aggressive and looking for his shot. People weren't sure of the change at first, but he looks right at home when he's playing off the ball.
For New Orleans, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
That free throw good from Randall. Well, it seems the Heat's identity is always built, Steve, on defense.
Physical and nastiness, part of the system, part of the culture in Miami.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Wade comes in for Richardson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Goran Dragic. Both free throws good from Randall. The Heat leading by 9. Dwayne Wade on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. The fader. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up off the glass. Whiteside's got 14 points. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Ingram against Wade. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Okafor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Miller. It's tipped.
Good timing by Justice Winslow with the long arm to get a hand on that shot.
Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Waiters finds Wade. Back to Waiters. Inside. It's deflected. Here's Whiteside. Now Ingram. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Holiday, the pass to Ingram. Ball's knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Holiday. Off target from three-point range. The Heat leading by 7. There's Winslow. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Okafor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram against Wade. Here's Holiday. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 12.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Wade on the wing. Over Ingram. Wade can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Well, they knew they weren't just going to be given this game. They had to go out and take it, and they're close.
And Miami has possession following the score by New Orleans. The pass to Whiteside. Over Okafor. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand. This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for Okafor, and it's Etuan Moore checking in for Brandon Ingram. Now here is Holiday. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Moore against Wade. He kicks to Waiters. Passes it to Johnson. Down low. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him. And the shot goes in.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Holiday finds Randall. The kick out to Holiday. Trying to get open is Miller. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 16.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Here's Randall. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Wade with it. Looking to get it going. Offensive rebound, Heat. And Olynyk kicks to Wade. On the wing, Johnson. He tries for 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 3. And here's Holiday. He's got 16. And Hart has it in the corner. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Waiters. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks to Olynyk. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Over Moore. No good from Wade.
trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
From 13. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Hart. Another one falls for New Orleans.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New Orleans on top. They lead by a bucket. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course, you know, that's what the second unit is for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them, and we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
You know what? It hasn't been his role, but he has the skill set to do it. Maybe this is a new wrinkle to his game.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Randall out there with Ingram. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Miami trailing. Here's Richardson. From deep. Offensive rebound. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Great body control. Whiteside finishing through contact and gets the and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
On the free throw, no good.
Hassan Whiteside said growing up, he never had a backup plan. He was going to be an NBA player. His huge size made that a pretty safe bet.
Now here's Winslow following the shot by Drew Holiday. Shoots over Ingram. Winslow's shot is off.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Ingram against Winslow. Ingram passes to Okafor. Right side Holiday. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And you just don't see many players with the kind of length that Hassan Whiteside possesses.
Did you know on his tiptoes he can grab the rim with both hands, and he's pretty athletic for his size. Those physical tools just about off the charts. Really a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they're 0 for 3.
Winslow kicks to Adebayo. From deep. Winslow's shot is off.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Pass to Adebayo. On the wing, Winslow. Covered by Okafor. For the lead. And the layup good by Winslow. Winslow's got 9 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Pelicans have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. To the inside. It's stolen by Dragic. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Diallo, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Johnson in for Drew Holiday. The Heat with the lead. Outside Dragic. In the corner, it's Richardson. Back to Dragic. Whiteside finds Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Whiteside. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Richardson. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
I totally agree. He has the IQ and the ability to take it up another level anytime he wants.
Now here's Payton. He has 6. Now here's Okafor. Johnson for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Holiday.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Richardson, good.
Good setup by Gorn. Keeps himself under control, makes the right decision.
Payton kicks to Johnson. Pass to Ingram. Dragic with some nice D.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Dragic. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 3-point Heat lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Hart, covered by Winslow. The basket counts, and 1 will go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
He'd have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Richardson the pass to Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Richardson against Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Dragic. Second chance shot. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Elfrid Payton.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focus, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China, he even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
One shot.
And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract grade from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
And it's the Heat with the ball. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
Take a break. Take a break.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for New Orleans. And so he makes both from the line.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Johnson against Winslow. Here's Hart. He's got 13. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Here's Adebayo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Back to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass. Dragic has got it all tied up now for Miami.
Going Dragic's length, it helps him convert inside against all those defenders.
Here's Hart. Richardson cover. Okafor gets the bucket.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Now here's Winslow. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Dragic. Over Moore. Here's Adebayo. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Johnson's got the ball. Makes it off the glass. And now a 4-point Pelican lead.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here's Dragic. 6 points for him. Down low, here's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Whiteside's got 21 in the game.
Give this young man a lot of credit. Instead of watching on the offensive end, he's making a difference when his number's called.
Here's Hart. Here's Diallo. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Richardson, good.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. And Moore kicks to Okafor. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Richardson. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Richardson's got 15.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Some changes for New Orleans. Julius Randle comes in for Diallo, and Ian Clark subbed in for Johnson. And a new group in for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Bam Adebayo. Robinson's checked in for Justice Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Clark. Here's Hart. And it comes off the front of the rim. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
No good from Clark.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
James Johnson, one of those do-everything guys you love to have, brings in energy, physicality, and toughness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And Smitty, I'd say that James Johnson, one of the better defensive players in the NBA.
Yeah, teams look for those strong physical wings who can guard multiple positions. He can defend all 5 positions and never afraid of contact.
The Heat making a switch here. Haslam's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Okafor. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Randle with the bucket.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dragic kicks to Haslam. Back to Dragic. Over Clark. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Wasted no time on that one. Hart's got 18 points.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Dragic looking for an opening. Johnson in the corner. Wade outside. Clock at 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. Wade's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Dwayne Wade has always been dangerous in the pick and roll, and like a fine wine, he's only getting better.
Hart the pass to Okafor. To the inside, Randle. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Now Dragic, he has 6. Wade outside. The dish now to Haslam. Second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Kelly Olynyk comes from a basketball family in Canada. His mom was a scorekeeper for the Raptors. His dad coached at Toronto University, and actually cut Steve Nash from the junior national team. Wow.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hill, he's checked in for Okafor. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. Drew Holiday's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Jackson in for Ian Clark. Now with Kelly Olynyk, one of those kids who played guard but hit a big growth spurt in high school. Next thing you know, Smitty, he's a 7-footer with perimeter skills.
And he's not bad, Kevin, inside as well. He can score at all 3 levels.
Now here's Wade. He has 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Johnson, he's checked in for Hill. And it's Payton in for Frank Jackson. Now here's Payton. He's got 6. No problems knocking that one down. Ingram's got 10.
No stopping Ingram when he's in a rhythm like this, especially when he gets a pass in a spot he loves to pull from.
Winslow against Johnson. Passes it to Johnson. Outside Dragic. Releases. Nice jump shot. Good. He's got 8. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
Here's Randall after the made shot from Goran Dragic. No good there off the double clutch. Holiday against Wade. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Have to love the patience of Holiday. Excellent pump fake to get the defender in the air.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Heat with the lead. Here's Richardson. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Ingram. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
So often Drew creates with the ball in his hands. This time the play is created for him.
Here's Wade. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Pelicans lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And it's Wade with the ball for the Miami Heat. On the court for the Heat, Richardson and Winslow out on the perimeter. Kelly Olynyk is out there with James Johnson. And it's Wade in at the 1. But he recovers it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Miami trailing. Fades back. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Richardson with it. Back to Wade. Ingram with the steal. Johnson kicks to Ingram. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the 1.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And that one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
There's Winslow. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Ingram. Pelicans leading by 5. Payton kicks to Holiday. The shot off that time. And the Heat going the other way now. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk. And Bam Adebayo subbed in for Johnson. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Hassan Whiteside.
Showing off his inside game. Whiteside looking good there.
Payton kicks to Holiday. 3-pointer on the way. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And that's 21 points for Drew Holiday. And here's Richardson to the middle. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Here's Ingram after the Heat pick up 2. Randall with the bucket.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Wade passes to Adebayo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Taken away by Holiday.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know he's kicking himself, and he might hear it from the coach at the next timeout.
Wade against Payton. Wade left side. Over Randall. Randall with some nice D.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
And it's denied. But they get it back. Second shot opportunity. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's a 10-point New Orleans lead. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Payton against Wade. He kicks it to Richardson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Richardson's got 11 in the 2nd half. Holiday against Richardson. Holiday attacking, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And that's Holiday taking it right to the defense, being aggressive, drawing contact.
And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. On the wing, Winslow. And again, Miami with the triple.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Richardson against Holiday. Payton outside. That's tipped and stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop.
D. Wade, considered one of the best in the open court. He still has the tools.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win, guys.
Now here's Okafor. Teardrop shot. No good there off the double clutch. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Hard, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. On the wing, Winslow. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists here tonight.
His jump shot not fluid from deep yet, but Winslow nails that one.
Now here's Payton. And Hart has it in the corner. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hart's got 14 points here in the second half. Richardson against Holiday. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wade feeling it out a bit. Whiteside finds Richardson. Clock at 4. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Hart. Dishes it to Payton. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Okafor with the steal. Holiday inside the line, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Now here's Winslow. Kicks to Wade. Over Payton. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
The mid-range jump shot has always been a staple of D. Wade's game.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. To the wing right side. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Morris checked in for New Orleans. And Miami with a change here too. Dragic is checked in. Payton kicks to Randall. Pass to Hart. Shoots the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Wade dishes to Dragic. Snatched away. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Stolen by Winslow. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Here's Hart. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Well, Steve Bam Adebayo out of Kentucky adapting quickly to the NBA game.
He's been a sponge, Kevin. Plays the game with an infectious energy. He's a keeper.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
You know Drew Holiday will shift his pace ever so slightly, just enough to get you to overcommit.
And he makes the first.
Well, he's been at the line so often tonight, but only just now is he starting to look comfortable.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
Wade finds Dragic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And we see this a lot with Goran, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
Payton passes to Holiday. Back to Payton. To the paint, and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Wade, and that one drops. Now just a 2-point New Orleans lead.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now, and shooting a much higher percentage.
Payton outside. Right wing. Okafor kicks to Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Payton passes to Hart. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Feeds it to Dragic. That evens the score. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Payton kicks to Okafor. Over in the corner, Randle to the left wing. Here's Hart. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, They'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, things have not been going well for them, and it's only going to get tougher. Road trip on the way, and this team has lost a lot of confidence, and they have a host of problems getting wins on the road.
That free throw, no good. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
New Orleans gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Holiday, the pass to Hart. He dishes it to Okafor. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to Okafor. They get a hand on it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Four on the shot clock. Here's Okafor.
Once again, the disruptive defense of Whiteside. Staying active, staying connected.
Holiday gets the bucket.
When momentum is crucial, Holiday steps up his level of play.
Miami's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Timeout called, the Heat. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Wade kicks to Dragic. Holiday against Wade. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from Holiday. Down low. And Hart has it in the corner. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's Dragic. Okafor with the steal. Here's Randall, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Miami called for the foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Wade, right side, taken away by Holiday. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Rejected by Dragic. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. Wade outside. Floats one. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night.
You know, down the stretch, D-Wade takes over. Win or lose, he wants that responsibility.
Now here is Holiday. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Okafor. It's good.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Money!
Important time in the game. Whiteside showing the confidence to take things into his own hands.
Holiday against Wade. Holiday finds Randall. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Miami. Winslow wide open. He fires. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And now we've got the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Hart. Richardson, he's checked in for Miami. So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Here's Dragic. Can't cash in.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Winslow kicks to Adebayo. Three-pointer on the way. A shot that time, not on target. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives him. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.